on, y'all? Welcome back to the Journey Podcast. Got my guy Jake with me, and we have a very special guest, Jared.
What's up?
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Jared.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I met Jared at the gym right before I left to Miami 4 months ago. 4 months ago, I think it was. You
Sounds
were
right.
Who were you
I was
with?
with Corey Wellington.
Corey Wellington's also super cool. We should get him on the pod. But how I met you, we were in the sauna.
Right.
And you guys were speaking about some spiritual shit.
Yeah.
And I hear some spiritual shit and I just get, I want to get in on it, So I got into the conversation. His boy also jumps out the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, he can.
Yeah, he actually has like a 44-inch vertical jump, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, the kid's a savage.
Wow.
But anyway, no, they were speaking about some spiritual shit and And then I jumped into the conversation. We hit it off, and then I think I actually mentioned to you on that day that I wanted to eventually, run a podcast.
You did, yeah.
And then 4 months later, here we are.
Here we are.
Awesome. Yeah, so obviously the podcast is called The Journey. So this platform is an opportunity for people like yourself to share your story and talk about your journey of life from everything that you've been through and just kind of give us a rundown. And I'm excited to hear what you're about. Jake has spoke, nothing but really good things about you.
Thank you. Appreciate
and,
that.
He just told me that he was like, yo, Jared would be an awesome guest on. Like, you're going to love to hear what he has to say. So, yeah.
So let's see. Should I get started now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
Jump right into it. Yeah. Tell us about just give us like kind of a rundown of just your journey, and then we'll chime in as, but it's you take the floor.
So the only way to really tell my story as best as possible is start with the most life-changing event that happened in it. So in 2014, I was 3 weeks into my first ever college semester. I was at Cornell University, and one of my goals actually, I didn't realize that you were also a basketball player, but my goal actually was to walk onto the team there, So anyways, 3 weeks into the first semester, I started to get horribly sick, and then I go to the health center, and then but keep in mind during the time I was totally healthy, totally normal college student, I had never drank, never smoked, so I was all about the whole healthy lifestyle, all that. But then, a few days after, I'm going to the health center, I had been misdiagnosed with the flu, and then a few days after that, I was basically on the floor, in my room. I had horrible fever, I basically couldn't even stand anymore at this point. Then, my mom was actually with me a few days prior. She actually comes back, and then from there I ended up going to the hospital. The ENT had to take me there. The whole thing started spiraling out of control. Then the first doctor had no idea what was going on. He had no idea what he was doing. I ended up being pumped with 21 different antibiotics, which basically caused my body to go crazy. So then from there it turns out I have a severe pneumonia in one of my lungs. But then the antibiotics made everything much worse. Everything got really crazy from there. And then, I'm not sure whether this happened at the first hospital or the second one, but I was placed on a ventilator and a feeding tube for 9 or 10 days, I think. And then once I got to the second hospital, after the first doctor basically said there was nothing more he could do for me, even though everything he gave me was basically toxic and basically made my body react this horrible way. So anyways, I get to the second hospital. This doctor didn't exactly know what was going on, but at the same time he had a better idea of how to treat what was going on. So then he placed me into a medically induced coma for 3 or 4 days actually. So I was in a coma for like 3 or 4 days, and then like once I got out of the coma, like my body started having these like involuntary movements. So like I was like kicking the bed, like that whole thing. So like at this point, basically like all of, like the inputs like I've been given like we're essentially making my body go like crazy, like so like my brain was all like messed up, but like what I've come to understand is that like the body never actually messes up, like what it comes down to, like it's just like whatever like inputs like you give it, like could either be like helping it like or like hurting it, but like the body always wants to like heal itself. So then from there, like I basically had like all these like tests done. Like I had like neurologists, like basically every type of doctor. I tried to like figure out like what was going on. But then, so then from there, I was given like Spinal Tap, like tons of other like tests. And then the doctor ended up giving me high doses of like intravenous steroids. So like I'm trying to like override like the immune system or whatever. And he also like took me off like 17 of like the antibiotics I had been on. So then like my body like started to get like a little bit better. And then, but like during the time, like I also like, couldn't walk or talk at all for like a span of like 4 weeks, I think. And then, so then from there, like I was actually transferred like to a third hospital, like which was like closer to home at this point. And then, so like I was still like on like tapering doses like of like the steroids and stuff, but like I was still having like some like complications at this point. And then, so then from there, like I was transferred like to the fourth and final hospital, like which was in the city, like it was like NYU Rusk, I think. And like I was there for like another 1 to 2 weeks, and then from there, like I was still like on like a bunch of like meds and stuff for the next 6 months on like tapering doses, and then like after that, like I start so like I was like I'm left with like a severely like slurred speech and stuff, but like everything else like was like seemingly fine like at the time, but like my speech was still messed up, but like I was like starting to like recover like physically, like so like I was starting to like build like my strength back up. And then, so like over the next 2 years, like I was doing tons of like speech therapy, like occupational therapy, physical therapy, like all that stuff. And like I was definitely starting like to get better. Like I was building my strength back up. But like the problem was like all like these toxic like medications I was given while I was in the hospital, like had essentially left my body like full of like these like toxins, like and like and just like full of like all this like awful like stuff. It was basically messing with it. It was like messing with like my brain. It was like messing with like my whole like digestive system, like all this other stuff. So then at the end of 2017, the health issues like came back. Even though like the health issues like had never actually like gotten like all better, but like things were like seemingly getting better. But then like the end of 2017, I started having like these episodes like where I was like constantly throwing up, like and like I was actually unable to digest like basically any food like over the next like 2 years, so like I was having severe acid reflux, like heartburn, like throwing up, like and also during this time like my speech issues got worse, so like I started having what like I'm actually still dealing with now, like which is like the stammering and stuttering, and like also on top of that, like I actually had like some like balance issues like going on, like my brain and stuff, but then so then like I started like trying to seek out like alternative cures, like because like during this time like I was like seeing like tons of doctors, all of them like had no idea what was going on, like they all basically wanted to give me like anti-anxiety medication, like they were all just like trying to like prescribe me with like tons of like prescription medication, like which like I know now like only would have made things like worse and worse. But like thankfully I started to like seek out like more like holistic health, like and like since then like I've been learning so much more like when it comes to like the body and stuff, like and like this past year, like so like I found like my first like natural health care like provider like towards the end of 20 wait it was actually at the start of 2019. I'm into 2020, but like her knowledge like wasn't like complete enough like to like, help me like get back like to healing myself. So then this past year, like I found like this other guy like who's been like helping me like a lot, like and like my digestion's been improving, like my brain like has been slowly like, feeling better, like my energy has been improving, like and all this other stuff, like so like I've definitely been making like huge progress, but like as I was saying, like nothing worth having comes easy, like it's like it's ultimately all part of like trusting the process, like and just like giving myself like the right inputs like every day, and then ultimately like I definitely know like one day like it's all gonna pay off, like I'm gonna get back to feeling all better.
Wow.
That is the most fucking inspiring story
Yeah,
I've
like
ever heard, ever.
Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, no, bro, I have so many questions.
Yeah, I didn't want to stop you. You
Yeah.
know, I kind of just wanted
I
Yeah.
wanted to hear. I wanted to let it all
Yeah.
out.
It's a tough
Wow.
story to tell, but like
No, that bro, you did amazing.
How does
Thank
it
you.
feel when you tell that story?
that's like so like the first like few times like when like I first started telling it, like it honestly felt like weird, like for me like to like say like I actually went through all that, like it's just like crazy. But like the more I tell like the story, like the more like cathartic like it is almost like so like it actually helps like me like to like feel like better like the more I tell it.
Mm.
And what do you think about it makes you feel better?
I just think like the whole like opening up like to people like and also like sharing my story like with other people like because also like truthfully you never know like what other people like are going through, like so like you never know like who you might be like helping like by telling them like whatever like struggles like you're going through.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, so prior to when all this started,
2014, right?
2014,
Yes.
nothing.
Nothing.
Completely body, you said, healthy,
You're playing
everything.
basketball.
Yeah.
and
Playing
everything.
basketball.
So like I was like I'm a 3-sport varsity athlete like in high school, and also like I was always like I'm trying to like eat healthy, like work out a lot, like so like the only thing like I wasn't great at like was like sleeping a lot, but and like also like in recent years like I've actually developed like some like my own theories like as why like I got like so sick, but like I'm talking about that like we'll probably be like getting more into like the medical side of things,
Right,
like
right.
but like
Yeah. No, that's
yeah.
that's crazy
But like
because
yeah, so like anyways like before all this like I was like completely healthy, like
Wow.
like no anything.
And so, do you have memories of how you felt in 2014 when this was all going down?
Yes, like so like I actually remember I remember basically the whole like situation, like outside of like maybe like a few like instances like that happened like while I was like in the hospital, like and like while I was in the coma, like outside of that like I basically remember like just about all of it.
wow.
Do you speak about this with like a therapist?
So like
or-
back like when my first like got out of the hospital, like I was actually having like severe like anxiety, like and like I was getting like constant like panic attacks, like so like so like for instance like I might be like feeling like something going on like in like my heart, like and then shortly after like I might have like full-on panic attack, like and like I'd be trying to get my parents like to take me to the hospital, like telling them like I was gonna die, but then like for like probably a year after that, like I was actually speaking to to like a really good like therapist, like who definitely helped me like to like work out like my whole PTSD and stuff. But like I've still like been like dealing with like some like emotional health stuff, like but like ever since I've been like going ever since like I've been like getting involved like in the whole like holistic health route, like I mean, like since I've been like detoxing, like I mean, like getting rid of like whatever like toxic medication was inside of me, and also like I've actually gotten like a lot more like spiritual this past like few years. Like was actually probably the main reason like why like we actually connected in the first place. It's probably due like to the whole like spiritual stuff. Like so. Like so like I'm actually a big believer like in the fact that, like anything like everything happens like for a reason. So
wow.
Yeah.
And what, so now my question to you is the first, honestly, 3 years of this just seemed like hell for you. It seemed terrible, and then you said 2019, 2020 you started coming around to this holistic health.
Yes.
What because I can't relate to what you've been through, but every single person has their own battles, and I've had very dark days, and there was a turning point for me. My question to you was, what was the turning point? Was there a book? Was it a conversation you had, a doctor?
So I guess like throughout like this whole process, like I just like kept telling myself like no matter what, like I can't ever give up, like because like ultimately the reason like why like I survived all this, like there has to be like a greater like purpose like for me, like so like to give up would be like denying like my greater purpose. Like having said that, like there was definitely plenty of days like where I'd be like debating like whether or not like I was ever gonna get better, but like so like I've actually been writing a book like over the past like 2 or 3 years, like and like one of the things like I actually mentioned in the book though is that like every time like I was like at my lowest, like and like it ultimately seemed like there was like no way out of it, like something would like pop up like for me, like that will ultimately give me like hope, like so like for instance like whether it was like seeing like some like YouTube video like where like the person was talking about like how like this person healed like from their health issues like naturally or whatever, like or for instance the way that like I actually found like my current like naturopath like who's been like helping me so much like was actually starting through YouTube, like so I actually found like his videos through there, and then like I was able like to reach out to him like and contact him, and then from there like he's been helping me so much, like wow. So like there's definitely been like videos, but like I've also like always been someone like who loves like reading like inspirational books and stuff like that, like I'm listening to podcasts, like I'm listening to like motivational speakers, so like and also like also going along the same lines, like having my friends and family behind me like the whole time, like and just like knowing that like I could never like give up like on them is like part of it also.
Wow. Yeah. I like just after hearing that, man, we as just general society, right? Think about before all this happened, we take our health for granted. Our good health, we take it for granted. We don't even think about it, right? Because our body just, like you said, it heals itself. It takes care of itself all the time, and you never think that something is going to happen to you, you know, and we're just so just programmed to not think about our health or not think that we're susceptible for something happening like this. Like a good quote is, you know, you ask 100 healthy people what they want, and
Right.
they're gonna say, I want a car, I want a house, I want this, I want that. You ask a sick person what they want, they just
Only-
want to be healthy.
Only wishes to get better.
They just want one
Exactly.
thing. And that bro, I mean, I'm so glad I got to hear that from your side. So then my next question was, what is the actual like diagnosis? Has there been one? And is there a possibility where you will be, like you said, completely back to how you were?
All right. So like the first question, has there ever been like a diagnosis? Like technically, no. So like no one was ever like really able like, to diagnose like what happened. But like as I was saying before, like I've actually developed like some of like my own like theories like as to what happened. But like as far as like a specific like medical diagnosis, like I was never actually given one. So like as I was saying, the first doctor had no idea like what was going on.
Right.
The second one didn't know like what was going on, but like he had like a better idea like of like how like treat it, I guess. But like going along those lines, like I guess you could go into like the pneumonia, and then like there was like an autoimmune response, but like something, so like, but like one of like my newer beliefs like is that actually the body never actually attacks itself, like it's all like based on like whatever inputs it was given, like so I actually think like
You keep saying like input, so what does that mean?
So like for instance like food, thoughts, medication, environmental toxins, like the toxins that like everyone like breathes in like through the air, like through like pollution, there's like plenty of like toxic inputs out there.
Yeah.
And so like but then also like you can also like go more into like the whole like spiritual world. So you can also go into like inputs like such as like friendships, like relationships, like if you have like a toxic like friendship, like that can actually make your body react like a certain way. Like same thing like when it comes like ingesting like poor food, like poor like medication, whatever it is, like every input like is gonna have like a certain output, like so for a while like I was actually convinced like like what happened to me was actually my body like messing up, but like the way I saw that, like that was actually giving like the doctors that this like cop out almost, like and then like to answer your second question, like I totally believe like 100% like that like one day like no matter how long it takes, like I definitely believe like I will ultimately get better.
Wow.
I mean, like plenty of people like have like doubted it, but like ultimately, what it comes down to like is like your own belief, like that doing it is possible.
Yeah, I think me and you talk about it all the time. How powerful the mind is.
Yeah.
This is so inspiring to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm so glad that we
Yeah.
got to hear this today.
This is
for real.
so inspiring to me, bro, because I'm such a believer in not accepting, I guess, a diagnosis, you know?
Right.
Like, I'm such a believer, and I've honestly felt crazy with that at times, you know? Like, do I sound like an asshole? Do I sound uncompassionate? Because I'm not coming at it from an uncompassionate place. It's that I was diagnosed generalized anxiety and panic disorder. And I remember just looking at the doctor and being like, you don't fucking know me.
Right.
You just spoke to me for 5 minutes.
Exactly.
And you didn't even run a fucking test.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to tell me that I have this. And that sentence is impactful on someone. That
Exactly.
it's like a spell, you know. It's
Right.
like you have anxiety, and then the person goes
Trick your
home
mind.
for the next 2 years. They start, you know, getting on medication. They
Right.
start, and people use it as an excuse to be a shitty person.
Exactly.
Oh, that's my anxiety. Oh,
Right.
that's my depression.
Right.
Oh, I have a chemical issue. So to hear you, and clearly you, it's proof you have things going on. To hear you say that you 100% believe, you don't care how long it takes, that you're going to get better, I fucking believe you. And it inspires the shit out of me, because I haven't dealt with anything even as close to severe as you, and I admire you.
Thank
I'm going to look back on this podcast when I'm going through a tough time, because you're a fucking savage.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, bro, that's honestly, you know, one of the craziest stories I've ever heard, because that's just something, you know, you never expected
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
there.
like,
You say you're a 3-sport athlete, you're a high school athlete, you eat healthy, and all the steps you were taking
Right.
up until that point should not lead to
Right.
something of this severity, and to have this of a long lasting effect on, you know what I mean, on you as a person. But for you to not allow this to affect you, you know what I mean, your mental health and your vision and your ambition, and you're taking this as like, yo, I'm gonna beat this shit no matter how hard it is or how long it takes. That's something that, I mean, me and you needed to hear, and I think anyone watching, they need to hear that, because a lot of people don't go through half the shit that you have just explained in the past 20 minutes, you know, and they think their lives are hard.
Right.
And they think they're going through some shit because their teacher gave them a bad grade.
Right, yeah,
Or you
yeah.
know, they got into a little fender bender. You know what I mean? People don't understand the severity of how life can just change so fast.
Right, I'm like going along the same lines. What it comes down to is honestly in perspective. So like for instance, as you were just saying, when someone gets a bad grade, like some people will take that to be like the worst thing in the world. But then when you go through something like I've been going through, but once again, I'm not trying to put anyone else's
Right.
struggles down
Right.
because obviously everyone goes through stuff but when you're able to put everything into perspective, then you're able to appreciate all the little things so much more.
Have you always been this positive about it, and this just
question.
you know, strong-minded and ambitious about I'm being this, or was there a point where you maybe had some doubt and you were at the lowest of lows, or were you, when did you get to this perspective? Because if just meeting you, you'd think you'd be like this all the time.
Right.
You always have a smile
Right,
on your
yeah,
face, you know
yeah.
what I mean? You're always just, hey, what's up,
Right.
man? You know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing happened. So how have you, transferred that energy to be how you are right now?
Well, I mean, honestly, my whole life, I've actually always been a highly self-motivated, positive person. But ever since gaining this new sense of spirituality, I've taken everything to another level. I feel, to be honest, I've always been so for as long as I can remember, I've always been someone who believed anything was possible, and I was always someone who never wanted to set limits on myself. Ever since I was 13 years old, I've actually always been telling people I was gonna dunk a basketball, which is actually still one of my biggest goals. Meanwhile, I'm only 5'6". So I've never been someone who believes in setting limits on myself. So, but having said that, over the past 2 years, I've definitely stepped it up, even more so. but like you could probably ask like anyone like who hadn't seen me in the past few years. Like like a lot of people like would probably still like say like Jared's always been like a positive person. Like he's always been someone like who has like a smile on his face. But like having said that, like because a lot of people like who don't like realize like what you're going through, like especially like when you are like someone like who's always like smiling and like who's always seeming to be happy, like like doesn't like real like what's like going on like on the inside. Like so like for instance like there's been like plenty of people like over the past like few years like who like whenever I see them like they'll start like asking me like how I've been feeling, like and like I'll like tell them I'll like tell them like my whole like story and stuff, and then like they'll start saying to me like you look great though. So like what's going on the outside doesn't always like show like the inside, but like I've always had like super like positive like outlook on life. Like I never believed in setting limits. Like I always like believed that anything was possible. And like you could like never tell me otherwise. But like this whole experience like definitely strengthened like the whole perspective and like took it like to another level. I mean, and then like the whole spirituality like that whole aspect like layered on top of that, like and learning about things such as like the law of attraction, like learning about like putting out like positive energy, like all that stuff like honestly strengthened my belief. Like it can like took it all like to like another level, I feel.
It's almost, you know, the spiritual stuff, it's almost like addicting.
Yeah.
Because you read, you know, you find yourself reading a book written by some guy from India, you know, and you're like, you read a sentence and there's truth there that no one has to tell you that it's true. It's like almost like your soul recognizes it.
It's a good point.
And then you go out and you practice it and you immediately see results. It's like you just want to keep, like, I'm fired up about spirituality. Mm-hmm. And it's just so amazing. It's so amazing to hear like that's been. It seems to me like you're really not much of a fan of you know, even medication. You know, it seems to me like you're more of a fan of the power of your, you know, mind creates your reality.
Yes, 1,000%. Totally believe that.
There's a book. It's called The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton.
Bruce Lipton. Yeah. Like, so like I don't think I read that book. But like I've definitely watched like plenty of his like videos and stuff.
Yeah.
He's great. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his whole thing is like your environment. His thing is like epigenetics. Like your environment plays such a huge role on you.
Yes.
Similar to what you said, your thoughts,
inputs.
The music, the
exactly.
Inputs. Who taught you that word? Like, who got you into that?
The whole like input stuff. So like it was actually this guy Tommy John. Like so like are you guys like familiar like with the whole like Tommy John surgery?
Yeah,
thing?
baseball.
Yeah. So like his son, who's also named Tommy John. Like he's actually like this like really like big guy like in like the whole like holistic so like I don't even know like how to like label him because like so like this guy he actually hates like being like labeled as like anything.
Okay.
But like he's like what I would call like a holistic body doctor or something like that. Like
he's on the holistic spiritual wave. He's on the doctor wave.
Yeah. Exactly. But like so like he's like always talking about like increasing your amount of healthy outputs, healthy inputs, like as opposed to like your toxic inputs. Like I mean, like he's always like saying like how like it's up to you like to like put your body in the right environment, like so that like this way like the body's like ultimately gonna heal itself, but like it's up to you like it's up to you like to give your body all the like the right inputs, like so yeah
what you put in you get out,
exactly,
kind of in anything in life.
Man.
Yeah, my next question for you was from here, right? Now we're in 2022. So this has been 8 years
Right.
since this all first
Yeah.
started. So Jake and I have been speaking about a lot about like what's your heaven? Like what's your dream? What is your like if you could have it all, like what would it be in your mind? So like paint the picture for us and for the listeners like when this whole thing, you know what I mean, when this thing is over, you're
Right.
back to yourself. This is in the past. Like what is your
Heaven on
heaven? Heaven on earth, and you know, what's your dream?
That's a great question. I never really even thought about that, but like, let's see. So like, as I mentioned before, like one of my biggest dreams, like, has always been like to dunk basketball. Like, because like I'm doing that, like, ultimately, like I'm so like, in my mind, like I'm doing that, like at the point I'm currently at, like, ultimately, completely show everyone, like, like anything is possible. Like I'm so it's like for me, like to heal from everything. And then people like to prove like every single like doubt or like wrong it's like someone who's 5'6", like was never able like to jump that high, but like being able to dunk basketball, like it's like that'd be really cool. And then like as I mentioned before, like I've also been like I'm writing a book, so like hopefully in that book like inspire a lot of people. And then as like I was telling both of you guys before, like I've been like working hard on like my YouTube content, like Instagram content, like so like see like all that stuff, like really make like a huge impact like on like more people, like will definitely be like a dream of mine, as well as like impacting the world like more from like a spiritual place, like as well as like helping people like understand like the powers the powers like of like their own minds, and like the powers like that come like from nature, like are so like amazing, like so like helping people like get back like to like understanding like that like everyone like was put on this earth like for a reason, like so it's like everyone like has a purpose, like whether you believe in it or not, like a lot of people like have been like convinced like we're not special, like, there's so many of us, but like for you like to be on this earth, like the chances like if you like getting on this earth like minuscule, like so like the reason like why you're on this earth, there has to be like a reason why.
Wow.
So like if I could like help people like to see that, like that would definitely be like heaven on earth for me, like as well as like having like great like friendships, like great family, like having everything like stemming from like the belief like well purpose, like and the belief that anything is possible, like and like everything will like come from there, I feel.
Wow. Yeah, I think that is a great way to talk about your dream, right? Or your heaven on earth, because I think a lot of people give up on their dreams when things get hard, right? Things don't go exactly how they're planned or how
Right.
how they thought it would go.
Right.
So they jump ship, right? They give up on their dreams. They settle for an average life, or they take a safer route. And for everything that you have been through up until this point, chasing your dreams, if little things get in your way, it's going to be so easy for you to just, you know what I mean? Just
Right.
not even have it phase you, because you've kind of built these calluses, right, over these past 8 years, where you know that anything is possible and you can do anything you set your mind to. And people need to understand why they are going through certain things, because I believe it is preparing you for everything that you ever wanted.
I totally feel the same exact way with that.
Outside looking in, bro, it seems like this has all happened to you because you're destined for like the greatest of great things. Like I say it all the time, like just briefly being a little transparent. I've been having I've had some dark days myself, and when things get really, really tough, one of the things that helps me get through it is I know I always have I always know, I have a deep knowing that it's like, if I want to be inspirational, or if I want to experience like this sensational amount of joy, I have to know this darkness, this negativity. I have to know
Right.
what it's like to be scared. Because I believe that's a big part of my purpose is to help others. So it's like,
Right.
outside looking in, you know, if there is a God inside of me, you know, it just wants to tell you that you're fucking right on time.
Right.
You're right where you gotta be, man. Like, there wasn't a thing that happened to you that was remotely wrong. Every single micro decision and the first doctor that fucked you over, you know, and then the other, and the medication you took and all the things, it was like perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Think about where
love that.
where you are right now. Do you think you'd be at where you are right now, writing a book, trying to, you know, start a YouTube, build content, inspire the masses with your story? Think about it. If you didn't go through all this, you wouldn't have this story to
Exactly.
share.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a, like Jake said, you know, everything, and like you said, everything does happen for a reason, and you need to find that when you think things are bad. You need to
Right.
find that reason. Be like, hey, like, I'm going through this for a reason, you know. And I dealt with that as a younger kid when I lost my mom. Like, I
Really?
lost my mom when I
That's
was
tough.
12.
Sorry to hear that.
No, I appreciate it. So I think, you know, when Jake says you have to go through that, like, whenever I think about when things are getting bad, or, you know, what I think is, you know, what sucks at the moment, be like, yo, I've already gone through the toughest thing that could happen to me at this point in time. Like, I think about it every day, and I ask, like, why did that happen?
Right.
But I don't know if I would be the same person I am today if I didn't lose her at that at that age.
Yeah.
So
It's a really-
I think that's
It's
exactly
a really good point.
how your story is going to be told, because this is the first place you share this story,
Right.
and I'm honored to have this story, you know, here on this
thinking
first thing.
about
But I mean, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Jared on Ellen in a year from now.
That'd be
You might
awesome.
be the biggest out of all of us, and I'm gonna be fucking huge. Bro, would you be interested in doing a short film?
Yeah.
Like this month?
Wait, I'm even hear something really crazy.
Go for it.
It's like, you're honestly probably not going to believe this, but like, so it's like, when I first met you, like, 4 months ago, like, or like whenever that was, I don't know, like, what it was, like, inside me, but like, something inside me, like, told me, like, that, like, I definitely met you, like for a reason, and then, like, I was, like, saying to my mom, like, I don't know, like, what is, but like, I definitely feel like one day, like, Jake is gonna be like the person, like, who's probably gonna like make some sort of like a film about me. That's crazy.
Clip it.
Wow,
Isn't that like wild?
that is insane.
That's going in it.
Yeah.
That's what you just said.
I 100% like believe that.
There's the intro.
Yeah, that's crazy though,
Holy
right?
shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
You feel that?
Bro,
You feel that?
talk about the law of attraction. Talk about
Exactly.
things happen for a reason,
That's
meeting
like-
people for a
dude,
reason.
talk about, bro, the past month of my life. Honestly, bro, you want to really know where I've been the last month of my life? This has been like one of the first months of my life I've been having like a little bit of suicidal thoughts. And it's freaking me the fuck out. Because I'm just like, where the fuck is this coming from?
Right.
And I've gotten some amazing clarity, and life is leading me back to filmmaking, and I'm just fucking ready to film, and I'm ready to make some Oscars now.
Yeah.
And I mean, what better opportunity than that?
Exactly.
Wow.
That's crazy though.
No, this was, bro. This was. I think this was probably my
Best
favorite
podcast
podcast
ever.
yet.
Yeah,
And I
same
know we
with
say
me.
this every time, but I mean it this fucking
Bro,
time.
but
Thank
yo,
you.
bro, you're gonna be huge.
Thank you.
No, you are, Jared.
And,
Keep
and-
going.
and
Means a
bro,
lot.
and
Seriously.
and deserved, man, because for you to fucking keep it together is one of the most exceptional things I've ever come across in my reality. And man, I look forward to making that film.
Yes.
I look forward to making that film. I look forward to having you on another podcast.
Definitely.
I look forward to, bro, helping you with the content and getting that thing going, getting that ball rolling for you. Because man, what dude, like you're a smoking gun, bro. When the world finds out about you.
No, seriously.
Thank you.
You're gonna be someone that people are gonna know for sure. Just speaking to you with,
off camera,
45
like off the record.
Yeah. Just speaking, just meeting. I met you yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we literally met yesterday.
I never even knew your story really.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't know
to hear it.
Yeah.
It's like,
wow.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you got to keep going, bro, and I know you will, and you need to never give up. And I know you won't.
bro, if you want to give up, call me, and I'm gonna fly wherever I am there. I'll fly you out because I'm not gonna let it fuck. You're not gonna let it happen, bro.
No.
You fucking probably deal with the shit all the time.
No,
And you're wearing a
seriously.
shirt that says "all grind, no glory." So where you at as far as Duncan? How close are
So
we?
like as of like 2019, like for the first time like in my whole life, like I was actually touched the rim for the first time back then. But then like the past like few years, like I've been like healing a lot. Like so like therefore like my energy like has been like sapped at times. Like so like it definitely hasn't been like an easy process. Like especially going through everything like I have been. But like. Even like I'm during like the midst of like all my health issues, like to be able to like touch the rim, when like the highest I had gotten before that was like the backboard, like
Right.
is like crazy in and of itself. But like I actually recently started like I'm following like this like new like dunk training program. Like I don't know if you guys like have ever heard of it. It's called THP Strength. Like so it's like one of the top like pro dunkers in the world. Like Isaiah Rivera. Like
I know. Yeah.
yeah. So like he actually himself like coaching like that's like personalized to you. Like so like I actually signed up for that like a month ago now. Like so like hopefully I'll be able to keep like progressing and like as I said before, like just as like my whole like killing journey, like I definitely know like that's gonna happen too.
Yeah.
Takes time though.
I can definitely help you with the like I could help you with like a little workout plan that you can do on your own as well.
He's a savage basketball. I don't know if
Really?
you know that. He's filthy.
Yeah,
Really?
I played college basketball. Yeah, and I was I dunked for the first time in 9th grade, and like that
Really?
was the first thing I ever wanted to do was dunk. Everyone
Right,
wants to
yeah,
dunk a basketball
yeah.
just to So I wasn't naturally
Right.
athletic, so I had to work on it and
Right.
work on it, and I did multiple programs. I had trainers, the
Right.
Vertimax. Have
Yeah.
you ever used the Vertimax?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
like the
used that before.
Vertimax is one
Yeah.
of the best things
That's
for
good.
it. But yeah, no, I'd love to help you and like
Yeah.
just send you like some of the things that I did to
Yeah.
help increase my vertical by 2-3 inches. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because I was telling Jake actually last night
Actually,
how
literally had the
hard
con-
it
We
is.
literally had the
Right.
conversation last night.
Really?
Yeah.
How
That's
hard it
funny.
is
So
to
if you're-
increase your vertical.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's one of the hardest things to
Yeah.
to increase, like on an athletic standpoint.
Like something interesting though. So like when I was in high school, like the highest vertical like I was ever able to touch was like 25 inches. But then like a year and a half like after being out of the hospital, I was able to touch 35 inches. And then from 2016 through like 2017, in addition like to all like my health struggles, I also like had like all these like injuries I was dealing with. So, like I probably sprained my ankles like 7 times like during that span. But then like as like I actually told Jake, like towards the end of 2017, so like once again this actually started 2017. Like I actually met a bod mechanic.
Bob Mechanic. Andre Soto. Yeah,
exactly. So he ends up helping me get like all my injuries better, and then And then 2017, I was still like healing up like from all the injuries, but then 2019, I was able to jump the highest I ever have, which is 36 inches, which was like enough for me like to graze the bottom of the rim for the first time. But then since then I was still like healing from all my health issues, so that took away a lot of my energy and stuff. But as I was saying, I started up Isaiah Rivera's program recently, and so and that's definitely been helping a lot. So I've definitely been getting stronger and stuff. But same as when it comes my health journey, it's all like part of a process. Some days you might be taking one step back to take 2 steps forward like the next day, and one day you might be jumping higher than other days. It's all about consistency, and all about giving your body the right inputs day after day, and then eventually adds up.
Well, if anyone's gonna do the impossible, it's you, bro.
It is.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you for coming on,
Thank
Jared.
you so much for
This
having
was
me.
awesome, man.
Thank you so much
This
for
was
having
awesome.
me.
Great fucking episode.
Fucking savage.
Wow.
This was awesome.
Great
No, this
fucking
is good,
episode,
Jared.
bro.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'd love to have you back on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
150%.
For
All right, let's
sure.
chop it up off camera. Thank you for watching.